Making a professional website is easier than ever, and in this tutorial I will show you exactly how to build one. My name is Ferdy, and by the end of this video you will have your own fully functional e-commerce website where people can browse products, add them to their cart, automatically calculate shipping and taxes, pay with credit card, PayPal, Klarna and more, receive order confirmations, and complete purchases smoothly on any device. In other words, a real web shop that can start to make you money. Whether you already have a website and want to extend it with a store, or you're starting completely from scratch, this tutorial will guide you step by step. We'll build everything using WordPress and WooCommerce, the most powerful e-commerce system in the world. I will also show you how to increase your sales using email marketing, so you can collect email addresses, stay in touch with your customers, promote new products, and turn one-time buyers into repeat customers. And the best part, once everything is set up, your website will completely run on autopilot. Customers can place orders 24/7, while WooCommerce handles the technical side. So whether you want to start your first store, sell digital or physical products, or build a complete professional e-commerce website, this tutorial will show you exactly how to do it. If you like what you're about to see, then please like the video, that would help me out a lot, and feel free to subscribe for more upcoming tutorials on how to make websites and generate money with those. Now let me give you 2 more practical tips. In the description of this tutorial I have timestamps, so if you want to go to a specific part in the tutorial, you can click on the timestamp and you go directly to that part of the tutorial. When I go too fast for you, you can go to the settings here at YouTube, go to playback speed and slow down the speed of the tutorial. And if you want to go back a few seconds in the video, just hit the left arrow on your keyboard and you'll go back 5 seconds in the video. So are you ready? Let me show you the 3 steps we're about to take. So first we get a free domain name and we get web hosting. What is a domain name? A domain name is the address of your website. What is web hosting? Web hosting is a computer that's turned on 24/7 with all the files of your website. All the text, images, emails, all the content on your website. So with your free domain name and web hosting, you are visible on the internet. And then we'll install WordPress. WordPress is the most popular tool in the world to create websites, and it's completely free. When you create a website with WordPress, you don't have to know anything about coding because WordPress is doing all the hard stuff for you. And the third step is creating your e-commerce website. If you already have your own domain name, web hosting, and you have installed WordPress, you can go directly to step 3, and I will show you right now where in the tutorial you should go in order to continue from that point on. So ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. If you already have a domain name and web hosting, you can skip this part. If you don't have it yet, let's go to webhosting84.com, hit enter, and then you can click here to go to Hostinger. Through the years, I've been searching for the best web hosting companies that are also affordable, and then I came across Hostinger. I've been using their services now for 7 years and I love it. And I'm not the only one who thinks like that. If you take a look at reviews on Trustpilot, you see that other people are also really happy with their service. And if you take a look at Google Trends, you see that Hostinger is taking over the web hosting industry. They're getting more and more popular. And why is that? Because the quality of their service is top notch and they're really affordable. So in order to take a look at the plans, we click over here on Start Now. And then we see 3 plans. Well, let me make it really easy for you. There are 3 plans: the premium plan, the business plan, the cloud startup plan. If you would go for the premium plan, you can create up to 25 websites. You get 25 gigabyte of storage, which is more than enough. And it is storage in SSD. If you go for the business plan, you can create up to 50 websites. You get 50 gigabytes of storage, but this time it is NVMe storage. NVMe storage is up to 5 times as fast as SSD storage. Then there's the third plan, the cloud startup. But if you're getting started with 1 website in the first year, or maybe 2 or 5 or even 10, then I would go with the business plan. The great thing is that you can always upgrade later. So what does the business plan contain? As I said, you can create up to 50 websites. You get 55 gigabytes of storage, which is more than enough. You can have up to 5 mailboxes per website, like info@yourdomain.com. You get daily backups, so if you somehow mess something up in your website, you can restore a backup from the day before. A lot of amazing AI integrations, and your website will be fast throughout the whole world because of CDN, and that's included for free. With some other web hosting plans, this costs $20 per month. What else do you get? You get a free domain name. With other web hosting companies, this costs money, but with Hostinger, you get it for free for the first year. And what I also really love about Hostinger is that you get domain privacy for free. What does that mean? Normally, when you buy a domain name, all your information is open on the internet and people can spam you with, hey, I can make a website for you, I can make a logo for you, I can do SEO for you. Your email account will be filled with spam. With domain privacy, all that information about your company, your address, your email address, your phone number, etc. is hidden. With other web hosting companies, this costs money, and with Hostinger, this is free. And to make it even better, you can try the service for free. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you somehow, I can't imagine why, but if you somehow don't like the service, you can get your money back, no questions asked. So I scroll up again, and then I go for the business plan. So I click over here, choose plan, and then you can get web hosting for $3.99 per month if you would go for 48 months. So for 4 years, you can get web hosting for just $192.52. And I can even give you extra discounts. So if you click over here and fill in the name Ferdy, click on apply, you get 10% extra discount. So you pay $172.37. And that's because you get rewarded if you go for a longer period. If you're like, I want to try it out for a year, then you can switch it over here to 12 months. Then you pay $4.49 per month. You still get a free domain name. And then for 1 year, you can have 50 websites up and running for just $53.89. So Hostinger is rewarding you if you go for a longer period. So $3.59 or for 1 year. $4.49 per month, still really affordable. And it all comes with a free domain. So I click on continue. I go for 12 months. And then I need to register an account. I can do that with Gmail, I can do that with GitHub, or I can fill in my email address. So I will fill in my email address. Then I need to create a password. And then I click on register. Now I need to fill in some billing details. It's not necessary, but let me fill in my first name and my last name. I can fill this in later. I can add company details, and when I do so, I don't have to pay the taxes that are added to this account when I'm from a different country. I uncheck this. Then I click on continue. And then there are a lot of payment options. And the great thing about Hostinger is that those payment options are based on where you come from. So I come from the Netherlands, so I see Dutch payment methods. But if you're from a different country, it can be that you see your local payment method, and that's amazing. So I can pay with credit card, I can pay with PayPal, Google Pay, Apple Pay, Alipay, CoinGate. But depending on where you live, you'll see different payment methods. So I will go with credit card. I'll fill in my details over here. And then I click on submit payment. No worries, later on we're going to get our free domain name. Right now we're going for web hosting. Your payment's done, let's go. Set up your servers right away to start using them. Congratulations with your web hosting account. Now we're going to get a free domain, and I will show you how to install WordPress on it. The great thing is Hostinger comes in a lot of languages. So right now I see my main language, Dutch. I can change it over here. And every time I open this, I see more languages. So I will go for English. If you see your language over here, you can choose that. I go for English. Hello, for who is this website? Is it for yourself, or are you creating a website for someone else? It's for myself or my business. I click on next. Do you want to create or migrate a website? I want to create a new website. Next. Do you want to use WordPress or the Hostinger website builder? I want to use WordPress. So I click over here. I click on next. And then I can create the login details for my website. So I will change my email address and I will create a password. I click on next. Do you want to create a website with AI or pre-build a website and themes? Well, in this case, I will skip this and I click on create a blank website. And now look at this. You have one free domain available. It can be .com. It can be in your local extension. So let's choose one. I will go for Sofa Supa. I'm going to sell furniture. And then as you see, it's free for 1 year. I will go with the .com version. You can also scroll down to see more extensions. I go for .com and then I click on next. Register your domain. Is it personal or is it for your business? I go for personal. I click on next step. And now I need to fill in my details. So let me do that. I scroll down and I click on finish registration. Confirm your email address. I click on register. And now it says finishing your domain registration. This is really important. And now it's asking, where is your target audience located? Well, by default, the closest one will be chosen for me, which is the United Kingdom. It's next to the Netherlands. But if I want to focus on people from the United States, I would choose one of those. So if I go for LA, I would go for this one. If I focus on New York, I will go for this one. So I will focus on people from the United States. I click on this one. But the great thing is through CDN, Hostinger will make sure that your website is loading fast from any place in the world. But right now it's the best to choose the closest server to your focused audience. So if you're focused on the United States, I would choose one of those 3. I click on next. And now WordPress is installed on our brand new website. This can take a few minutes, so we have to be patient. Awesome. Right now we are in the backend of our WordPress website, and what we see right now is that this is our temporary domain name. Why? Because our real domain name, which we just have chosen for free, can take 10 minutes before it gets active. In some cases it can take an hour, and in real rare cases it can take 24 hours. Most of the time it is within 10 minutes. So what I will do, I'll go to the H panel by clicking here. Here I see my domain. In the meanwhile, it says verify email to register. So what I will do, I will go to my email account to confirm my domain. So over here, it says verify your email address. I click on verify email. So that's done. I close this. And now what I will do, I will enter my new domain over here. What I see, it's already live. So that's amazing. It took 2 minutes. So what I will do now, I will click on WP admin. And now, as you see, I am live on my brand new domain. The connection is secure, which is really important. I close this. And now I want to tell you about the front end and the back end of the website. If I click over here, I go to the dashboard. This is the back end of the website. This is where we can adjust our website. So I can place blog posts, I can add media, PDFs, images, videos. I can create pages like the home page, the about page. If I have blog posts, people can leave comments and I can approve them or reject them. I can change the look and feel of my website with WordPress themes. We can add additions to our website with plugins, like to optimize our website for the search results, or add page builders or contact forms. We can add other users and give them certain roles so people can do things on our website. There are a few tools available, export things, import things. There are WordPress settings, and when you install plugins, those will also appear over here. So one of the plugins is Lightspeed Cache. So if you add more plugins, this list will become longer. So this is the back end of our website. If I click over here, I go to the front end of our website. And right now it looks ugly, but I will make it better. I go back. Here we can adjust the website. Here we can see the result of our website. I like to work in a tidy space, not only in my office, but also on WordPress. So by default, WordPress comes with a few plugins, with a few settings. So what I want to do, I want to clean up our WordPress website so we can work really efficiently. And in the meantime, I will configure a few important settings. In order to clean up our website, the first thing I want to do, I want to dismiss this message. Then I want to go to the screen options, turn everything off over here. So when we are here at the dashboard, it looks clean and not overwhelming. Then I go to plugins, and you see when you install a new WordPress website at hosting here, there are a few really nice tools that you can use. One of them is Ferdy. And right now I want to get rid of them all. And then later we can install the plugins we want to use. So right now I click over here, bulk actions, deactivate. So I deactivate all the plugins, apply. Then I select them again, bulk actions, delete, apply, hit enter. And you see now Lightspeed is not over here anymore. Then I want to go to pages. I want to get rid of all the pages. So I click over here, bulk actions, move to the trash, apply, go to the trash, empty the trash. Then I want to go to the post. There's a default post. I can click on trash, go to the trash, empty the trash. Now I want to go to appearance, themes. There are 3 themes. There's only one active. Right now it's the most left one. So I click over here, theme details, delete. Okay. And also this one, theme details, delete. Okay. Then I hover over here. I see howdy and then my email address. I click on edit profile. Here I can change the look and feel of my backend. I want to use the default one. If you want to use another one, go ahead. And then I scroll down. Right now it says howdy info. I want to change that. So my first name is Ferdy. My last name is Korpershoek. My nickname, I can change that. My nickname can be Ferdy Corp if I want to. And then display name publicity as, I can choose all those options. I say Ferdy Korpershoek. Well, let's say Ferdy, because the last name is a little bit hard to pronounce. So now it says howdy Ferdy. If I write a blog post, it will say it is written by Ferdy. If you want to show your last name, change it over here and it will be changed on the whole website. I bring it to Ferdy. I scroll down. If you want to have a profile picture, you can get that by linking your email address to a Gravatar account. I hold Command and I click over here. This costs $50 per month, and then you can show your image over here. Really important. No, I'm kidding. It's totally free. Your free avatar. So you create an account, get started now. You upload an image. Make sure you use the same email address as you use over here on your website, and then an image will appear over there, and it will also be shown when you create a blog post. You can set a new password if you want to. And over here, I can update my profile. So now it says Howdy Ferdy instead of Howdy email address. So I go to settings, general. I scroll down. I can change the site language. I can change the time zone. I'm from Amsterdam, so I say AMS. And automatically the time zone will change. The date format, how would you prefer to show that? Well, I like the current one. You can change it over here. And the time format, I like to work with AM and PM, but in capitals. The week starts on Monday. I click on Save the Changes. A really important aspect of your website is the title of your website. So let me show you how to come up with an amazing title for your website. So right now the site title is My WordPress Website. Well, never say welcome to my website. Why? Because when people are searching for something on the internet, they're not gonna search for this. And if they do, who knows what kind of website they will find. People are searching for the things they want to find. So what is your website about? And then if you know that, take a look at your competitors or try to describe it as good as possible. So you can say selling PlayStations in Morocco. Skip the sponsored stuff. So if I scroll down a bit, what I see over here, console, PlayStation 5, PS5, buy online. So it's clearly about the PlayStation 5 and you can buy it online. Play Store, video game store, Morocco. Buy PS5 online on Uboy, Morocco at best prices. So say in the title of your website what your website is about. What you also can do, go to ChatGPT and just say my website is about selling furniture, mostly sofas in the USA and Canada. Write me a great site title for my WordPress website. So over here, I can grab this one if I want to. What I prefer to do, I prefer to have the things I want to be found on first and then the name of my company, my website. So I got this, Prima Sofas for USA and Canada, and then I say supersofa.com. And then over here, the tagline in a few words explain what this site is about. I say we deliver in the USA and Canada. And then in order to maintain consistency, voila. So now if I save this, it looks like this. If I go to the website, I see the title, and this will help you to be found in the search results. I have been making websites since 1999, and since 2011, I've been making websites with WordPress, and I'm always searching for the best free tools. So WordPress makes use of WordPress themes. A theme decides the look and feel of the website, and every theme has their own functionalities. And there's a free theme called Blocksy, and that theme is free. And it has so many amazing features. So that's the theme we're going to use. So let me show you how to install that theme. If we take a look at our website, this is how it looks. We can make it look so much better. And what we're going to do, right now we're using the 2025 theme. I want to make use of the best free theme there is. And in order to get it, we go to ferdy.com/Blocksy. Hit enter. There's Blocksy Pro, but in this tutorial, we're going to make use of the free version. You can download it on the website. And if you cannot find the download link, you can also go to your WordPress website over here to themes, click on add theme and search for Blocksy. I click on install, then on activate. Then I install the Blocksy companion by clicking here. And there we go. Now I like to go to appearance. Themes. In order to keep our website organized, I get rid of the 2025 theme by clicking on theme details, delete. Okay. Now, if I take a look at the website, it looks slightly better. There's so much room for improvement. So let me show you what we're going to do. The Blocksy theme also comes with a lot of starter templates, and those templates are amazing. It's a complete website imported. So instead of creating something from scratch, I'm going to show you how to import one of those templates based on the kind of webshop you're going to create. And then I will show you how to add your products and everything else that I've shown you already in the intro. And I will show you how to adjust the website. But first, I will show you how to import a pre-made website. In this tutorial, we're going to focus on creating a web shop. If you want to learn how to create your web shop step by step, I'm talking about all the designs and stuff, all the pages, you can go to ferdy.com, hit enter. Then click over here on search and search for WordPress. And over here, WordPress tutorial 2026. There I will show you step by step how to create a website. What I will do in this tutorial, because I want to focus on creating a web shop, I want to import a pre-made website. And the great thing is with the Blocksy theme, there are amazing pre-made websites. So in order to take a look at that, we go to the backend, we go to Blocksy, to starter sites. And then over here, you see a lot of starter sites made with the Blocksy theme. They are amazing. We need to filter a few things because we want to make use of free stuff. As you see over here, Pro. So in order to make use of all the free templates or pre-made websites, I click over here and I go for free. Then here at categories, I want to choose eCommerce. And then we can choose one of those. Well, really important to mention, it can be that you want to create something from scratch. Because if we install this, we also install WooCommerce. So I want to show you right now how to install WooCommerce manually. So if you decide to create your website manually without a pre-made template, you know how to do that. So what I will do, I will go to plugins, add a plugin. Then I search over here for WooCommerce. I click on install now. Look at this, more than 7 million active installations. Updated 2 weeks ago, compatible with my current version of WordPress. It's by the makers of WordPress itself, so that's a good thing. I click on activate and then I check this off and I want to set up my store. I'm just starting my business, if that is another case for you. You can click over here or you can skip this step. I click on continue. This is already okay. What type of industry? Clothing for me. Where is your site located? For me, it's in the United States. When I say that, it will make use of dollars. Let's say California. My email address, continue. I skip this step. Okay, awesome. So now, if I go to the website, I see cart, checkout, my account, and the shop. There are no products yet. So if you wanted to install this manually, you can do it like this. The store is coming soon, so by default, it's not live yet. So there's a message over here. The page is in coming soon mode. So now, let me show you how to import a pre-made website. I go back to the backend. I go to the screen options, get rid of the WooCommerce setup. Then I go to Blocksy, starter sites, all plans, and I change it to free. Then I choose eCommerce, and what I can do, I can open them all, holding Command or Control on the PC, preview, preview, preview. There are 8 different examples that you can use. So you can choose one you like, and then I will show you how to adjust the style and how to adjust the website. So I say Control Tab, so I go to the next one and create something like this. And I think they did a really nice job with making these clean looking websites. They come with products, so you can see how the look and feel is of that website, and then you can add your own products. So what I prefer to do, if I know for sure I don't want to use a template, I say Command W. Also this one. Okay, maybe I'm like, okay, maybe I want to use this one. I go to the next one. I don't use this, Command W, until I'm like, there's only one left. And that is the one I'm going to use. So let me see. No. Homey. No. So I'm going to go with the decor one, decor. I don't know in English how that's, but I really like how clean it is. So in order to import this for free, I go over here to home, decor. I click on import and then I can choose Gutenberg or Elementor. I will make use of Gutenberg. If you want to use Elementor, be my guest. With Elementor, there are some slight things that are not available. For instance, if I click on preview, and I hover over here, there's a zoom in. That's not the case with Elementor. So I prefer to have that. So I click on import and then I want to make use of Gutenberg, but it's up to you. I click on next. I check this all. Next. WooCommerce is already installed, so it's grayed out. Install. Starter site imported successfully. View the site. And there it is. I can click over here and I go to the next one. I like how clean it looks. If I hover over here, I zoom in. So those are categories, vases, decor. I see how many products there are. New arrivals, products for sale. If I click on the product, it looks like this with a breadcrumb, the title, the price, some information. I can add it to the cart. This sticks with us. More information, related products. I love how this looks. If I go to the services page, all made with Gutenberg. And if I want to adjust something, I click on edit page. Let me close this. I scroll down. I can click on it, select this area and say something else. That's how easy it is. Click on something, change the icon to something else. And depending on the area you select, you see different information over here. So I can change the image really easily. Let me go to the media library. If I would change it to this one, look at this. It changed to that one. Command Z or Control Z. Change the space. I love this, how easy this is. And in the end, I save it. Then I can take a look over here. And there I see how it looks. So let's take a look at the homepage. Let's close this. Let's close this. I really like it. So let's take a look at the colors of this website and the fonts of this website. We've imported our pre-made website, and it can be that the colors should be different, that the text, the fonts should be different. So what I will do, I will take a look at those settings, how we can adjust things. And you can add your own logo, you can add your own colors, but it can be that you're not sure yet what kind of logo you want to use, what kind of colors. So let me show you how to come up with a logo, how to create a logo, how to outsource a logo, or if you want to, you can follow along with the same images I use in my tutorial and the same colors. So let me show you how to get those images. And if you already have your own images and logo, you can follow along with your own resources. In order to do that, we go to the customizer. And if you want to change something, hover over it. And you see those three dots, click on it. Now we can change the logo, for instance. Well, you can upload your own logo. If you want to learn how to create your own logo, you can go to ferdy.com. Search over here for logo, hit enter. Scroll down a bit until you see create your own logo, make your own logo. You can watch this tutorial, or you go to ferdy.com/Canva or to Fiverr. You can let someone else create a logo for you. Or you can follow along in the images I use in the tutorial. So you can go to ferdy.com/images, hit enter, and then you can fill in your first name and your email address. Then I click on download the resources. Now I need to go to my inbox. And there it is. Hey Ferdy, thanks for signing up. Download the resources. There they go. I open them and then I bring them to the desktop. I can rename them to this. So now, if you want to follow along with the same images I use, you can click over here, go to upload files, select files, then here at the desktop, resources, there's a folder called 13 Sofa Super. Then I can go for the logo SVG file, which is super sharp and really lightweight, 4 kilobytes. I open it and I always like to rename my images. So over here I can say Sofa Super logo, copy it, paste it in the alt text and paste it in the description. Select. There you go. If you want to adjust the logo height, you can do that over here. I think it's perfectly fine the way it is, 35 pixels. Then I want to go back, take a look at the colors. So over here I can go to colors, and right now this is the main color. You see it everywhere in the website. So if I change this color to something else, you see it changes everywhere. Super cool. So what I have done, I have in this folder 13, the colors over here that I use. So I can copy the gold one, copy it. So I can go to color 1, paste it. By the way, you can also go for other color palettes, even dark ones. And it looks like this. I decide not to save this. Okay. Customize. Sorry, let's do this again. Okay. Then I go to the colors and I paste this color as color 1. And now you see it changes everywhere. I love this. This saves us so much time. If you want to change the colors or your clients is like, hey, let's change the colors. You don't have to do it everywhere. Manually, you do it on one place with these global colors and it will change everywhere. So let me go to the second color, paste over here. The third color, I like to paste the second color and then bring it more to the left. And the fourth color, paste it, also bring it to the left. Then over here, I copy this color, color 5, I paste it and then bring it to the left, but it has a warm tint. And then for the 6th color, I copy this color, I paste it and also make it a lighter tint. But still bluish. Okay, that's how I roll. So now you see that the style is a bit changed. Okay, then what else? Over here, I see the WordPress logo. If I would go to apple.com, I see the Apple logo. So I want to have something similar. A favicon over here, I can change that by going back, scrolling down all the way. Then I go to site identity. And here I can select a site icon. For best practices, you should have a square image, a favicon, so it has a transparent background, just like the WordPress logo. I click on site, select site icon, upload files, select files. And over here I have my favicon. And now I skip the cropping. When I go to apple.com, I can see, oh, here's the other website. So it helps me or helps my viewers, visitors to recognize the website. I like it. Publish. Now if I would close this, I see the results. Really nice. I click on the customizer again. Because again, let's go to apple.com. If I go to a different page, I want to go back to the home page. I click on the logo. I want to have the same, so I don't need to have this home page over here. So in order to fix that, I scroll down. I go to menus, main menu. Here at home, I click on the arrow down and I click on remove. There you go. And if I want to change the order, I can drag about us on top of it. And if I want to create a sub item, I can drag it to the right. And now I hover over here and then products will appear. Let me bring this to the left again. And if I want to adjust the style, I can click over here. I can change it to type 2. And it looks like this. So if I hover over it, or type 3, like that, type 4. I like to keep it really simple. Type 1. When you hover over it, the color changes slightly. So inner spacing. There's a lot of space in between those items. I can drag those back. I like to work with rem. I like to bring it back to, let's say, 30. I think that is better. Over here, I select the main menu. I can go to design. Right now, the font color is this one. I want to change it to color 3. It's a bit darker. And when people hover over it, there is this one, color 1. So when I hover over it, it looks like this. The same I want to do over here. The search icon, design, the main color, color 3, or even better, color 2. Let's do color 2. When people hover over it, color 1. So let me go back over here. And in the beginning, it's like, whoa, what's going on? Where are you going? But the more I play around with this, the easier it becomes to navigate through this website. So color 1, make it color 2. I mean, the font color, make it color 2. Then I go to this icon, design, color 2. And when people hover over it, color 1. And also over here, design, color 2. When people hover with color 1. Then I go to general. I can change this icon to something like this. Publish. Close it. Okay. Really nice. You see my name and stuff. Okay. So far, I like it. I go to the customizer. I can click over here. I can go to design and give this a background. So let's say color the white one. Then I go to the main row to general and I decrease the height of the header. Something like that. And automatically everything will be aligned in the center, which is what I really like. If we want to, we can go back. So let's go back all the way to header, headers. Click on the global header. That's the header that will be displayed on every single page on the website. We can make it sticky. So if I turn that on, it sticks with us. If you want to have that, you can do that. And you can make it transparent, so you can see through it. For now, I'm okay with this. Publish, close it. So this is how our website looks. What I see now is that this color is different than this one. If I want to adjust that, I have a tool. It's with Google Chrome, the color picker for Chrome. Trademark, I can pick the color, grab this one, copy it, and now I click on Edit Page. So I'm using the Gutenberg WordPress editor right now. If I click over here at the right, I can go to Style, Background, and I can choose one of the variations, or I can choose the color I choose. Custom color. So now it looks like this. And it seems that this is transparent, which looks better in my opinion. So ladies and gentlemen, we're finally gonna create products. There are a lot of different kind of products you can create. Let me show you how to create a simple product. What is a simple product? A simple product is a product with only one option. It can be glasses, it can be a cap, but it should not be a t-shirt with different sizes, because then there are multiple options. That is for a variable product. So a simple product is a product with only one option, one color, one size, one. Okay, that was weird. Let's create a simple product. In order to create a new product, we hover over here and we can click on product, or we go to the back end. Here below WooCommerce products, I can click on add new product or click on all products. And then I can click on add new product. Before I do that, since I said that my company is from the United States, everything is in dollars, as you see over here. If you want to change that, go to WooCommerce settings, scroll down over here at general, and here you can change the currency position, the thousand separator, the decimal separator, and the number of decimals. So I hover over here and I click on product. And the first thing I need to create is the product name. Well, I go for the Santorini couch. I click on publish. And now I can take a look over here, a view product. I hold command so I see it in a new tab. So that's it. No category, just the title, no image, no reviews. That's how it looks. And step by step, it's gonna look better. So I go to the product to edit it again. There's the product description. This is a long description that will be appearing over here. So let's fill it in. There you go. Let me update it. Let's take a look. Here below is the description. We also can have a short description that will be placed over here. I need to scroll down for that product short description. I paste it, update, refresh. There you go. What else? Here's the product data. We're going to use of a simple product. That means there's no variable, no different color, no different size, just one simple product. A cap, glasses, a couch. It's not virtual. It's not like I'm offering a service. It's not downloadable. You cannot download the couch. It's a physical product with one variation. So there's the regular price, $1,999, but there's a sale price for just $13.99. And I can say that is only for the coming month, only this month, until the last day of this month. So now if I update it, what it will show is the regular price, the discounted price, and then automatically on the 1st of April, it's no joke, the regular price will appear again. So I can add it to the cart, I can view the cart, I can go to the checkout, and it all looks beautiful. Let me close this. I open it again, clicking here. So what else? I go to inventory. If this product has a SKU number, you can fill that in over here. So let's say there's a Nike t-shirt. Click over here and it's out of stock. So let me click over here, this one over here. Then I can scroll down and search for the SKU. It's a number, it can have letters. So what happens if this is out of stock, I can search based on the SKU number and see if it's in stock somewhere else. As you see, the same product. So if there's an SKU number for this product, fill it in over here or create your own one. And if you have a stock for this product, let's say you have 5 of these couches, you can say turn on stock management. And right now we have 5 of those products. And then it says allow back orders. That means if it's out of stock, it's out of stock. You cannot order it. You can say allow, like, hey, you can buy this, but it's out of stock, but we'll notify you when it's back in stock and then we'll ship it to you. Or allow it without saying anything. So when there's no stock, people can still order it, but then you need to make sure that you can order it fast. Otherwise you will have customers that are not happy with your service. So I say do not allow, and I get a message when there are only 2 left in store. You can say only sell 1 per time, so people cannot buy 3. And if you do that, this will disappear. So let me refresh this. 5 in stock. I want people to be able to buy as much as they want. So I go to inventory and I say, uncheck this, update, refresh. Awesome. We're going to talk about shipping later, linked products. We're going to talk about upsells and cross-sells later. We're going to talk about attributes later. Advanced, you can have a purchase note. So if somebody buys this couch, you can say, have fun with this Santorini couch. This can be handy if you sell a digital service like having a Skype call or a Zoom session, and then say, hey, go to hpsferdy.com/Zoom in order to make an appointment. Enable reviews. Yes. So what else? Of course, we need to have images. So if you follow along with the same images I use in my tutorial, you can click on product image, set product image, upload files, select files. Then I go to the desktop, to Ferdy.com resources, sofa, supa, and then I go to the single product. I say Command A, and I upload 4 images. And right now I'm talking about the featured image. So the image I want to show on the store page, the first image I want to show. So I select this one, I copy the title, paste in the alt text and in the description, and I set the product image. Update, voila. Then I can show more images here at the product gallery. So I select the second one, hold shift, and this one, add to the gallery, and of course, copy, paste, paste, copy, paste, paste. And I already used this one, so I select this one instead. Hold Command, click, click. There you go. So I have 4 images and they will be displayed beautifully here below. When I hover over it, I can zoom in even more. Then over here at the right, we have product categories. So I can say over here, it is furniture, but it's a sofa. So I can say sofas and then have a parent category. So I can add it as a category besides vases, lighting, or as a subcategory. So below furniture. So let me select furniture, and now I have furniture as category and sofas. Let me uncheck uncategorize. So now if I update this, refresh, it says home, furniture, sofas, and then the Santorini couch. This is really good for the search results. Here we see all the other information, categories, sofas. Over here we see the description, the reviews. So far, so good. What else? If we scroll down here at the right, we have product tags, anything that's related. So sofa, enter. Couch, enter. Fur, Fortnite, no. Fur, nature, warm, yellow. I don't know what the color is, but if that's the color, you can place it over there. And then if you refresh it, you also see the tags over here. And based on those tags, you can click on it and you see every single product that has a tag couch. So with categories and tags, you can create some structure in your website. So if I go to products, you can see the categories over here and say, I want to see all the products from decor, decor, decor. And then you see them over here. You see every single product is displayed the same way. So if I go to the website to products, I see the product over here. It looks like this. I can navigate in between the images. There's a title, the price, short description, stock, how many products we want to buy. We can add it to the cart. Here's more information. This sticks with us. Here we see all the images, really nice. The description, the amount of reviews. You can leave a review and then related products. Really nice. That's how you can create a single product within WooCommerce. Before I continue, I want to do two things. I want to make the width of the website smaller and the width of the single product page. In order to do that, I go to the customizer. I go to general, layout, and then I change the width to 1120 pixels. That's the magic number. That's great for every website. And then I go back, I scroll down to WooCommerce, single product, and I change the width to narrow width. I think that's a far better experience for the visitor. So if I close this, that looks so much better. Let's take a look at variable products. Party people, we're gonna take it to the next level, creating a variable product. With this, you have multiple options. You can have multiple sizes, multiple colors, and those are all variations. So let me show you how to create a variable product. With a variable product, you can have multiple options like size or color. But how cool would it be if we can make it go from looking like this to something like this? So let me show you how to do that. I go to the backend, to plugins, add plugin, and I search for variation swatches. I'm searching for the one from Brainstorm Force. I click on install now and I activate it. So what I can do now, I can go to WooCommerce variation swatches. There's my tutorial. Super cool. We're going to take a look at this later. Right now we go to products, attributes. So we can have an attribute. What is an attribute? An attribute can be a size or a color. Any variation you can have on your website. So I will start with the first one, that is size. I don't enable the archive. The default sort ordering is custom, so I can always adjust it later on. And there are three types: label, color, and image. So for the first one, I go for label. For the shape, I want it to be a circle and the size 36 pixels. I add the attribute and there it is. Now, if I click on it, I can create multiple sizes. So let's start with XS, extra small. Then I say S for small, M for medium, large, extra large, extra, extra large, and even 3XL. What I see is that the order is exactly the opposite way of what I want. So I drag this on top, drag this below, drag this on top, drag this below. So I go from extra small, S, M, L, XL, perfect. Then I go back to attributes. I want to have a new one that is color. Let's get rid of the caps lock, colors or color. And then this time the type is a color. The shape, again, a circle, and I want it to be 36 again. I add the attribute. So over here at size, I see all the terms. And now at color, I want to do the same, but this time we can choose a color. So I can start with black, even though it's not technically a color, but I can choose black. Add the color. I can go for white. Add the color. I can go for red. add the color green. And I can have light green, dark green, blue. So let's say this one. I can also go for navy blue, for instance. If there's a product in my website with navy blue, then I should add it over here at the variations. I can always do this later. I can even grab the color of my website, navy blue, copy this, paste it, add the color. So let's leave it with this. I go to attributes and I see I have two attributes, color and size, and then those terms. Now I want to create a variable product. So I go to new product. And let's say I have a long sleeve sweater. I can have a long description. I can have a short description. We talked about this before. Over here, I can say sweaters, category, also here, sweaters. So we know about the short description, the long description. I want to focus on this area over here, product data. I change this to a variable product. Look at this. Now I can go to attributes and I can add a new one, or I can add an existing one. Well, we already created something, so I want to go for the size. And now I can select all the sizes I have for this product. So for this product, I have extra small, I have medium, I have large, and I have extra large. I don't have 2XL, 3XL, so I leave it with those four. Then I go for the other one, which is color. And which colors do I have for this product? I have black, white, and I have navy blue. So I select those three, save it, and what will happen now? I have 4 sizes and I have 3 colors. So what will happen here at variations? I can generate variations based on the attributes. So if I have 4 sizes and 3 colors, that means that there are 3 times 4 variations. So those will be created 12 variations. So I click over here and it says, do you want to create variations? Yes. So I see there are 12 variations. So extra small black, extra small navy, etc. I can click over here, open this and start to fill in all the information. What I also can do over here, I can do bulk actions. So I can say toggle manage stock. So everywhere now, if I expand everything, the stock is managed, but there's no stock yet. So over here, I can say that for every single product I have, the stock is 5. So now I have 5 black sweaters, extra small, as you see over here, but it can be that extra small will be sold less. So it can be that I have a lower stock for this. So if I say the stock is 3 over here, so keep in mind the extra small black stock. I click on publish. For the L of black, I can have a bigger stock. Let's say I have 10. Let me update it or publish it. What else? If I go to variations, of course, we need to have a price. So bulk actions, I can say set a regular price of $19.99. Okay. But it can be that navy blue is more expensive or that XL is more expensive. So over here, I can say a black XL product is 24. Also here, 24, 24, update, view the product. Now it says it's between $19.99 and $24.99. Why? Because the M navy blue is $19.99, but the XL is $24.99. And if I take a look at XS black, there are only 3 in stock. So over here at the variations, I can change things with bulk actions or individually. Well, if I refresh the page, by default, nothing is selected. If I want to change that, I go over here. Default form values are large for navy blue. Update. And now you see those 2 selected, large and navy blue. We can change the settings later, bring it to the center. What I like to do is add some images. So over here, product image. I can go to upload files, select files. Then I go to the WooCommerce folder, folder 8. I select them by name. So they're first select on black, navy, and white. I like that for the order in the media library. Open this. So you see that everything is next to each other based on the color. That's what I prefer. I'll choose this one. Set product image. Update. So now if I refresh this, this is how it looks. Well, I want to show other images. So the product gallery, I can choose the back, let's say the back of the white one. I hold Command, the side of the blue one, and the front of the black one. Add it to the gallery. Update. Now it looks like this. Let me refresh the page. And now if I want to select the black sweater, I still see the blue one. If I select the white one, I still see the blue one. How can I fix that? Then I need to go to variations, open them all. And if I see black over here, I select the front of the black one. Over here, navy blue, I select navy blue. White. I only have to do this once. So it takes some time, but then it's automated forever. Navy blue, white. Let me fast forward. I save the changes, update. Now look at this. By default, large, blue is selected. If I change it to black, I see the black image. If I change it to white, I go to the white image. If I change it to XS, it still stays the same. If I go to black and XS, then the stock changes. So that's how you can create a variable product. And now I want to take a look at how this can be displayed differently. If I want to align this more in the center, it is in the center, look at this. But then this area appears, so what I can do, I can go to Ferdy.com, search for WooCommerce, go to this WooCommerce tutorial, scroll down, click on read more, variations in center. If I copy this and I go to the customizer, I scroll down all the way to additional CSS and I paste this code. Look at this. Now the variations go to the center. If I go to the products page, there's this area. If I want to place this in the center, then I can go to WooCommerce, variation swatches, settings, global styling, and then here I can change things. So I like to change the border width to 2 pixels. That's the border we see over here. Pixels, and then I want to go to the shop page, swatch alignment in the center. So now if I refresh this, it's a bit thicker and it's aligned in the center. If I click on it, it's aligned in the center. So that's how you can create variable products in WooCommerce using variation swatches. You can also create a service product, for instance, a Zoom call. So it's a service I offer. It's not something tangible, but a service. So let me show you how to create a service product. In order to create a service product, I go to new product. I call this one coaching call, 60 minutes, shift backslash. Okay, I can have a product image, upload files, select files. I go to my folder, resources, WooCommerce, and then Skype call, picture that's already 12 years old. A month before I got to know my wife. Why am I telling you this? I don't know. I always copy the title, place it over here. I would rename this to Skype call with Ferdy. Copy, paste, and paste. Set the image. Then over here, it's a simple product, but it's virtual. The regular price is $1.99, or let's say $2.99 for 1 hour. I can have a short description. Book a coaching call with Ferdy and ask him anything about affiliate marketing. And then here at advanced purchase note, I like to say when people buy this, go to hps calendly.com/Ferdy.com or Ferdy Korpershoek to schedule a coaching call. Okay. Over here I can say services. I click on publish, view the product. I want people to be able to buy a second hour, a third hour. If you only want this to be 1 hour, 60 minutes, then click on edit product. Go over here to inventory, sold individually. If you turn it on, update, view the product, you can only add it to the cart. So that's not like I want to have 2 or 3 or 20. So that is the way the cookie crumbles. That's how you can create a service product. Now I want to show you how to create a downloadable product, a digital product. And this is so amazing. You can create something digital, create it once and sell it unlimited times. I love this. So you can create an ebook, you can create software, you can create a WordPress theme and then sell it unlimited times because it's a matter of kilobytes, zeros and ones. So let me show you how to create a downloadable product. In order to create a downloadable product, I hover over new product and I say ebook affiliate marketing for beginners. Okay, then I click on the product image, upload files, select files. You can go for this one, how to become an online entrepreneur. And there's also, I don't know where the ebook is, it's not there. What I've done, I created this one, open, get rid of the dashes, copy it, paste it and paste it, set the product image. Then over here, I say it's a simple product, but it's virtual and downloadable, just $14.99. It's not a sale, it's just the regular price. And over here I can add the file. So the file name is affiliate marketing for beginners. Okay, then I open media in a new tab, holding command, add media file, select files, and then I can add anything. In this case, it's a PDF, open it, then I open it over here. I copy the URL to the clipboard and then I paste it over here. So as soon as people pay, they can download this. They can download it unlimited times. And I can say only for 365 days, but for me, it's like no expiry date. Here I can say e-books. I can have a short description, a long description. Let me publish it. View the product. Affiliate marketing for beginners, add it to cart. And also over here, I would like to say inventory limited to purchasing 1 product. So I refresh this, add it to the cart, view the cart. There you go. And now people can pay for this. That's how you can create a downloadable product. Here comes my favorite. Let me show you how to create an affiliate product. What is an affiliate product? It's a product that's not your own, but you are promoting it. So when people buy that product that you're promoting through your unique affiliate link, you make money. This is how I make my money with the tutorials I make. I promote the Blocksy theme. If you get the pro version, I make money with that. If you buy web hosting, I make money with that. If I would promote other premium tools, I'm promoting mainly free tools, but if I would promote paid tools, I can use my affiliate link. And then when you buy that, I get a commission. That is called affiliate marketing. I love it. And let me show you how to create an affiliate product in WooCommerce. In order to create an affiliate product, I go to new product and I like Elementor, a page builder, and it has a pro version and I'm affiliate with them. I click on copy link. So I say Elementor Pro. I select the product image, upload files. Then I go for resources, WooCommerce, and I go for Elementor. Okay, over here, I change it to a external affiliate product. Here's the link. I can say buy, or I can say more information. The regular price it start at, yeah, depends. Let's use the affiliate link. See plans. So it starts with $5 per month. I can say something about Elementor. Over here I can say tools. If I publish this, I view the product and it's cropped like this. So what I also should do, go to Photoshop. Let's say 800. Then image, canvas size, 1000, 1000. Let's replace this one. And now when I click on add a product, upload files, select files, I go for this one, update, view the product. That's better. And if I click on more information, I go to this website with my affiliate link over here. And if people buy this, then I make money. An amazing way to make money. That's how I make money with my YouTube channel, by providing information for free. And when people buy things through my affiliate links, I make money. So that's how you can create an affiliate product in WooCommerce. When I scroll down, I see no related products over here. And when I go over here to the cart, I see nothing else. If I want to add that, I can add cross-sells and upsells. In order to add those to our website, I go to this product, I edit the product, and then over here I scroll to linked products. And here are upsells. So let's go for an upsell. I go for the Santorini couch. And now if I update this, and I take a look at the product page of this specific product over here, I see you may also like this one. I can add multiple products at the upsell. So I go to link products, upsell, and I type Purus. I can go for this one. So if I update this, what I will see is 3 products I may also like. So let's take a look at the other one, cross sells. If I say Purus over here, and I go for this one, I update it. Nothing changes over here on the product page, but if I go to the cart, and on my cart is the long sleeve sweater, then here below it may say you may also be interested in this product. So also here I can add multiple. Update, refresh the cart, and there they are. If I decide to get this out of the cart, now those other products are gone because they are related to this product over here. So that's how we can work with upsells and cross sells. So we've created multiple kinds of products. Let me show you how to style the webshop to your wishes, because we can make a lot of adjustments using the Blocksy theme. Before I continue, I want to do as if the shop is live. So this will be gone for now. Store coming soon. I click on that. And I say the website is live. Now I go to the website, to products, and there's no more bar over here. Super cool. So in order to adjust things on our website, I want to start with the fonts. In order to find fonts, you can go to fonts.google.com. There you can take a look. Roboto seems to be nice. You can also filter things. For instance, sans serif. Let's see. Serif. I want to have all sans serif. And if you found one that you want to use, Lato, for instance, over here at the customizer, you can go to typography. And if you change the base font over here, so let's say Lato, there it is. It changes everywhere. Well, I want to make use of Open Sans as the main font. You see it changing on a few places. And for the titles and things, I want to use another one that is Nunito Sans. So if you know which font you want to use, I prefer to use one font for headings and titles, and another font for all the text. So Open Sans for the text. And for all the headings, I like to use Nunito Sans. I type in Nunito S, I copy this, and then I select this one. Now, one time I need to go to all the fonts, paste it, paste it, paste it. Okay, then I want to go to the menu. I hover over the menu and I click on the 3 dots. Then I go to Design. And over here, the font, I choose Nunito Sans. And if I want to change something else, I can click on the 3 dots and I see a lot of options. Right now it's in capitals. I can adjust that. I can adjust the letter spacing. So let's say 0.05. So it's a little bit more spread. And I like to make it a little bit bigger, like that. Okay, then over here on the product page, I think this is a really big area. I can decrease it, make it smaller. So I can click on Edit, go to Design, change the font size, and over here at General, I can take a look at this area, make it less high. But what I prefer to do, go back and get rid of the page title at the product archive pages. So immediately we see this. I can change it to type 2. Then I don't see any pricing. So what I can do, I can go to the cart options and turn it on, add to cart and price. So now it's displayed like this. Every area, everything you see over here can be adjusted here at design with colors and stuff. But I don't want to use this version. I want to go for variation type 1, this one. And now if I go to cart options, I see the product image. If I want to have the title of the product on top of the product image, I can drag it over here. Now it looks like this. So you can play around with the order. So I like the image, the title, the price. If there's a star rating, it can be shown. Taxonomies. There's no add to cart because people can click on this area and then they go to the product and there's no stock information. I can bring it to the center, but I'm okay with how it is. If I want to bring it back to the original setting, I click over here. So what I can do at design, there's the font. So if I change this to blue or to this one, I see where it changes. I want to go for the color 2. Same with price. I could do something green, but you know what, I use this color 1. And then for the taxonomies, I can also change the color to something else. I use color 2. The image border radius, I like to use 1 EM. That is 16 pixels by default. Sorry, so I should say 1 over here, not 151, like that. Okay, and if I hover over it, there's a nice zoom. I like that a lot. I can go back from the cart options. And over here, there is some space. I can get rid of that. Then everything is closer. I like to have some top and bottom space. Do I want to show how many results I have? If I turn it off, it's gone. I can change the product sorting, get rid of it, but I like to show it. We want to have a sidebar, right or left, and the pagination. I want to have that over here. Product catalog, what do you want to display? I want to display products, so I leave this exactly as it is. If you want to, you can change the default sorting to something else, but I like the way it is right now. Okay, then I can click on a product. This one. Change the look of view. So I go back, then I go to the single product here at WooCommerce, and I can say make it width wider. I can make it boxed, but I don't see any difference between the background. So let me change it in a minute. I bring it back to narrow. So it's narrow and boxed. And in order to see the background, I need to go back. Then I go to colors. I scroll down all the way and I change it to something that's slightly less, like that, but not too dark, because if I go to the home page, I still want to see a difference between this gray and this white, gray, light gray. So that's perfect. I go back to the product page, to the individual product page. So now I see a darker background. Okay, let's go back to the single product page. Okay, there's a product gallery. I can change how this looks by clicking on it. There are a few options. I don't want to have a zoom effect like this. So if I hover over it, I see nothing, but I can click on the light box. And when I click on that, I see the whole image. I can have a sticky gallery that sticks with us if there's more information over here. Let's do that. And in the image ratio, everything is fine for me. I go back, product elements. I don't like those separators. So I click on product elements. I get rid of the divider and the divider. If you want to change the order over here, that is possible. If I want to change the price, I can go to design. There's the price font color. I can change it. Okay, so you see there's so much you can do. A few more things I like to add is payment methods over here. And then you can also decide which one you want to display. So I can add PayPal, for instance. I can get rid of Discover. So if you want to display that, just turn that on. I love this theme. It's so easy to do all this stuff. What else? I like to make use of rounded buttons. So in order to get those, I go to ferdy.com. I search for WooCommerce. Click on WooCommerce tutorial. And over here, read more. Button border radius, I copy this. Over here, I go back. I go back. I scroll down to additional CSS. And I paste it. Now we have rounded buttons. Publish. So we changed the font. We changed the style. We got rid of the title area. I'm really happy with how this looks. One more thing over here. Customize. Then I go to the sidebar. I want to display it like this. And I want to separate all the widgets like that. That's a lot of space. So if I go to design, let's change the border radius to EM1 over here. And let's see if I can reduce the space in between. Sidebar gap. This is from left to right. So I bring this back. That's this area over here. But the container inner spacing, that's this area. But the widget's vertical spacing, I would like to bring that to 30. Publish. All with a free theme. I think this is amazing. And the last one sticks with us. Super cool. A great way to increase the revenue of your website is by creating coupon codes. And you can do that within WooCommerce. So you can give 10% discount, you can give free shipping, you can give $10 of discount, and then you can decide that the discount only should be applicable when there's a minimum spend. A lot of options. There is a better way to increase the revenue of your website with coupon codes, and that's through email marketing. So later in the tutorial, I will show you how to apply that. We're gonna talk about shipping. How can you calculate shipping automatically, or let WooCommerce do that? And then depending on where you send it. So if you send it to America and the United States, then this will be the shipping rate. And if people send it to Canada, then this will be the shipping rate. And then based on how much people spend, you can decide how much the shipping cost will be. Let's configure that right now. In order to configure shipping, we first need to decide to which countries we're gonna sell. So I go to the backend, to WooCommerce settings. And here at general, I scroll down and it says here at general options, selling locations, sell to all countries. I change that to sell to specific countries. You can also say sell to all countries except then a certain country. So I change it to sell to specific countries and then I say the United States and to Canada. And it can be that they both have different shipping prices. Let me save this. Now I go to plugins. Add plugin, and then I search for table rate. From Actualize Shipping plugins over here, more than 100,000 installations. I click on install now, activate. I close this. If I go to the website in a new tab, I go to the cart. I see shipment, free shipment. I don't want that. So in order to fix it, what I will do here at WooCommerce, settings, I go to shipping. Let me close this. And then over here, if I scroll up, I have shipping zones. So here we have the United States, free shipping. Let me click on edit. And then I get rid of the free shipping. And now I want to add another one. So I click on add shipping method. And this time I choose this one. This one is added because we downloaded the table array plugin from Octolize. I click on continue. And now I click on edit free flexible shipping. So the method description, this is the carrier. So I say UPS, this is what I use. Should taxes be applied on the shipping cost? I leave that as it is. And the minimum order value. So when should there be free shipping? When there's a minimum order value of $200. And the label is it's free. Then I scroll down. I close this. And now over here, I can decide what the shipping should be based on what people have in their cart. I can say it will always be $4.99. If I save the changes, keep in mind that when people spend at least minimum order value of $200, then the shipping will be free. So let's check this. I go to the cart and the shipping is free using UPS. Why? Because the minimum order value is above $200. So if I bring this back to 1 or 2, it is below $177.99. So now the shipping is $4.99 because we said over here that every order below $200 should be $4.99. But we can make it more specific. If I change this to weight, I can decide what the shipping cost will be based on the weight. And if I go to a product, let's go for this long sleeve sweater. I can go to shipping, and over here I can change the weight, the dimensions, and based on this weight, I can decide how much the shipping will be. If I want to change this LBS an inch, I can go to WooCommerce, settings, products, and then over here I change the weight unit to something else and the dimension unit. That's how you can do that. I want to focus on the price. So I change this to price. And I say that everything from $0 to $90.99 will have a shipping cost of $6.99. I add a new rule that when the price is between $20 and $49.99, it is $8.99. The third rule is when the price is between $50 and $99.99, it is $12.99. And the last one, when the price is between $100 and $199.99, the price should be $14.99, the shipping price. Save the changes. So now, if I close this, right now, with only one item, $99.99, the shipping is $6.99. Why? This is between $0 and $99.99. So it's exactly in this region. If I add one, it should be $8.99. So let's add one. Now it should be $8.99. Let's add a few more. $12.99. If I add one more, it will be $14.99. So based on the price, this will be created. But what I can also do, look at this. If I bring it to 3, I can go up. What I can say now, left for free shipping notice. If I turn this on, it says you need only this amount more of money for free shipping. I can have a progress bar. So if I save this and I refresh the page, it will say you only need $140.03 more to get free shipping. So if I add a few, this bar increases. I only need 10 cents more. Let me go to products, add one more item, view the cart. Now I should have free shipping. If that's not the case, somehow there seems to be a glitch. What I also can do, I can add the price $200 to $999.9. There will be 0 cost. So if I refresh this, now it says the shipping is free. So if I get rid of this one, it will say we need 10 more cents. So that's how you can work with shipping, but we're shipping to multiple countries. So if I go for Canada and I update it, there's no shipping option. So what I need to do, I need to go back to shipping zones. Right here is United States. I add a new one, and that is, let's select Canada. There you go. Now I need to add a shipping method again. Flexible shipping, I do the same thing. I call this one FedEx. And then I fast forward and do exactly the same as what I did with United States. I will only use different values. So over here it is, a little bit different than United States. Save the changes. If I go to shipping zones, I see United States. This is called everywhere. Let me adjust that. Canada. Save the changes. Now it says Canada. So zone name, let's change that. Canada. So now, ladies and gentlemen, if I refresh this and I send this to the United States, right now I pay shipping of $12.99 because I send it to Canada. If I change it to United States, I pay $14.99. So if I spend more than $200, so let me go to the product page and add one more product. Sorry, I'm above 200. For the United States, it's free. But if I send it to Canada, shipping will be free from $300. So now I have to pay $16.99 and it will be shipped with FedEx. So that's how you can decide how shipping will be handled for specific countries. So what you need to do over here, make a list here at the shipping zones for every country you sell to. And then for every single country, you can have flexible shipping methods using the table rate plugin. We're going to talk about my favorite subject, taxes. And I'm not talking about the state taxes. No, I'm talking about paying taxes to the government. Money you make, how to give a part of that towards the government. Super exciting. Let me show you how to calculate taxes on your website. So before we're going to talk about taxes, I want to create a new product that is $1,000. So I go to product. I call this one cool product. Select an image. I go for this one. And it is $1,000. Okay, let me publish it. And I click over here in the new tab, view the product, $1,000. Now, I go to the backend, screen options, get rid of everything over here. I go to WooCommerce settings. Make sure that this address is filled in, the store address, like that. I scroll down, we talked about this. I sell to Canada and the United States. I ship to all the countries I sell to. And then there's the default customer location. So when people enter my website, they go to products and they buy something, add it to the cart, view the cart. By default, it's set to California, United States. Why? Because over here I said the default customer location is shop, country, region. And over here, that is California. Then I scroll down. I can enable taxes. Right now, I see general products shipping. If I turn on taxes and I save the changes, I see the third tab, tax. So before I'm going to talk about this, how we can configure this, I want to talk about the three rates there are. The standard rate, the reduced rate, and the zero rate. There are three rates, and this is for normal products, physical products. This is for books, and this is for digital products. There's no taxes over digital products in the United States. So if I go to tax options, if I want to change this, I can do that over here, additional tax classes. So there's the normal one, the default one, standard one, and then reduced and zero. I can also say cool rates. And if I save it, I see over here, cool rates. So if you have a specific rate, you can fill it in over here. I get rid of it. So I will make use of standard rates, reduced rates, and zero rates. And in order to make those work, we need to fill them in. So I go to the standard rates. Let's say there's only one taxes in the whole country of the United States. It's not the case, but I want to illustrate how this works. In the Netherlands, it is the case. There's only one taxes for every single province. So I say US, I select the United States. The standard taxes, let's say it is 20%. Do I want to add taxes on shipping? If you're selling to companies, I would do that. If not, well, we turn it off. I save the changes. Then there are reduced rates, oftentimes for books. So for the whole United States, the reduced rate is 10%. And then there's the 0 rate for everybody in the United States. For digital products, it is 0. Now, if I go to this product and I add it to the cart, I can view the cart and I see everything is $1,000. I have free shipping, so there's a total of $1,000. I ship it to Canada. I can change the address. Let's do that to the United States and update it. So now it says $1,200. So if I go to the website, this cool product is $1,000. Also over here. But if I take a look at the cart, here it is 1,000, but then over here, tax is added. This is the 20% we created over here at the standard rates. And if I want to configure how this is shown, then I need to go to the tax options. And here it says prices entered with tax. So if I say $1,000 over here, then the question is that exclusive of tax or inclusive? If I would say it is inclusive and I save it, then here it is $1,000. Let me update it. But if I take a look at the product, it is $833. So this price is now including taxes. And over here below, I said display the price in the shop exclusive of taxes. Well, even WooCommerce itself thinks this is not a good setting. So what I will do, I will say no. So let me say the changes again. If it is $1,000 over here, it's also $1,000 in the store. And then when I go to the cart, it's 1,000 ex VAT, it says over here, ex tax. I view the cart. So what I can do over here, it says no, I will enter price exclusive of tax. I always use this unless I make sure that everywhere in the website, the number is inclusive of tax. So if people see it's $1,000, it will also be $1,000 when they go to the checkout. So over here, what I fill in over here is the price. And then depending on these settings, it can change in the store or on the checkout. So my ideal settings, I'm selling to companies and to non-companies. If I take a look at a website, Coolblue, if I buy something over here, so let's say a computer, and I add it to the cart, it's $649. Also here, it's $649, $649. Go to the shopping cart, it's $649, and then I want to order. And over here it says $649, and then the taxes is included. So that's what I also want, because this company also sells to people with a company and without a company. So the ideal settings for that are display the price in the shop, including tax, display the prices during the cart and checkout, including tax. And on the upper one, I will enter my prices inclusive of tax. Since those settings are also inclusive of tax, I will also say yes over here. Now I save it. And now here, refresh, it is $1,000. Over here, it is $1,000. And then when I go over here, it's 1,000, view the cart, it's 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, and still 1,000. And then over here, it says, this is the amount that is taxes. I go to the checkout, it's $1,000. And here I see the amount that is in taxes. This is for me the best setting. Well, how does it work with reduced rates and zero rates? Well, I have another product, maybe. Let's say that this book is a real book. Then over here at edit product, then over here at general, I can scroll down and the tax status, it's taxable. And the tax class, I can say it is reduced because books have a reduced rate. So now if let's first go to the website, go to products, add this book, add to cart, view the cart, get rid of this one. So right now it says the taxes is $2.5 based on 20%. But if I change this to reduced rates, then it's 10%. Now if I view or I go to the cart and refresh it, it's $1.36. If I have a digital product, let's say it is a digital product, which is the case, I click over here, edit the product, I say it's 0 rate, and then view product, go to the cart, and now there's no taxes. So that's what you can do with taxes. And then if there's another country, so I go to WooCommerce, settings, tax, standard rates. If it's for another country, so let's say Canada, then I can say it's 30 tax or VAT. Save it. Let's go back to the products, to this one, $1,000, add to the cart, view the cart, get rid of this one. So I see that $166 is taxes because it's shipped to California. If I change the address to Canada, look at this. Right now it's 166. Now it's 250 because if it's sent to Canada, there's different taxes. So that's how you can calculate taxes manually for your website based on the country. If you want to do this per state, you can say for the US, for state California, there is 7.25. And if you want to know what all those taxes are, you can go to ferdy.com/tax jar. So I see California 7.25, Nevada 6.85. So I go to US, Nevada 6.85 VAT, and you can fill this in manually. You can also ask ChatGPT. I sell furniture to the USA and Canada. I have a WooCommerce store. How can I manually set up the tax rates of all the states in both countries? And then it will come with a solution, but this is a lot of manual labor. What I prefer to do, go to YouTube, search for WooCommerce automated taxes. And this is a plugin that costs money. So there's a tool. Let me see. Plugins. I leave the site. Add a plugin. I say WooCommerce tax. There it is. You can also enable automated taxes. So, or you fill in everything manually, which can be a lot of work, or you can automate the whole process. Well, that costs money. So it's up to you if it's worth it. So it's up to you if you want to do everything manually. Maybe from the beginning, that's the best thing. But if you're like, I want to take it to the next level and automate all my taxes, let me show you what you can do. You can click on the link over here, and then you can learn how to do automated taxes for your WooCommerce website. Another really important aspect of your website is the legal pages. So let me show you how to create legal pages and how to create the content for your legal pages. In order to create legal pages, I go to ChatGPT and I say, I am selling products, furniture in the USA and Canada. Which legal pages do I need? Also create the content for those legal pages. Which information do you need from me or my company in order to place that in the legal pages? Otherwise, I have to do it every time manually. So I just ask it, what do you need? Okay, so this is what they need. My legal company name is Sofa Supa Inc. Company name, business address, sofa, supa. So the rest is all fine about all the other information. We sell furniture like couches, sofas, tables. Let's do it. So I need to add this. Let me show you how I do this. I go to the customizer. Then I go to menus. I create a new menu. I call this one legal. I click on next, add items, and I'm going to add the page privacy policy. Terms and conditions. Shipping policy. And then below, look at this. I copy this. With all the information over here, my name, address. So this will save me a lot of time. I publish it. What I can do, I can go to the footer over here, edit, information. Let me get rid of that. Click on the plus. I want to add a menu. Legal. Okay, publish. Close. And I go to the first one. Privacy policy. Edit. Paste it. Then the second one. Let me save it. Go to the website. Terms and conditions. Edit page. So let me fast forward and be back with you when I pasted everything. So now let's take a look at payment methods. We're going to talk about something exciting. If it's up to me, I like the payment methods. And this is where you're really going to start to make money. I've done this in 2009. And you had to do so many manual things in order to create a payment method on your website. Right now, it's so much easier. So let me show you how to enable payment methods like credit card, PayPal, Klarna, Ideal on your WooCommerce website. We're going to make use of Stripe. If you don't have a Stripe account yet, go to YouTube. Search for Stripe account Ferdy. The tutorial is already 5 years old, but every time I check it, it's still relevant. The design is a bit different. If you want to watch a more recent one, Stripe account, you can watch this one or this one. And if you have a Stripe account, then let's go to the backend, to plugins, add new or add plugin. I search for WooCommerce Stripe, and then I'm searching for the one from WooCommerce itself, WooCommerce Stripe Payment Gateway. I click on Install Now, activate. I need to connect an account, so I click over here. I will log in. I select my account and connect it. It says returning to WooCommerce. You'll be redirected in just a moment. So that's how easy it went so far. I enabled it. Increase conversion with Stripe optimized checkout suite. No, thank you. Dismiss. I want to enable the test mode for now. Then it says payment is enabled, payout is enabled, and webhook is disabled. So we need to create a webhook. I click over here, configure connection. Then I click on create or connect a test account. And that's it. The test mode, everything is working now. Over here, the full bank statement. It's the name of my company. Save the changes. So now, ladies and gentlemen, if I go to my website, I go to the checkout. I scroll down. I can pay with credit card. Super cool. So let me fill in some details. And then here's an overview. This cool product. I want to pay with a credit card. There you go. I place the order and it is working. Super cool. I see a nice overview of what I've bought, the shipping address, the billing address. Really nice. And now I get an email. I get this message as a buyer. We received your order and it's now being processed. This is what I've ordered, where it should be shipped to. And as a website owner, I get this message. New order, cool product, and it needs to be shipped to this address. So it's working. If I want to put my website on live modus, also when it comes to the payment method. So if I want to make the payment method live and not a test anymore, I go to WooCommerce, settings, payments. I go for Stripe, manage, then to settings, and I can uncheck the test mode. And what I see with the live mode, it's all enabled. So let me save this. So now, if I go to the website and I go to a product, I want to add it to the cart, view the cart, go to the checkout. What I see now, there's no more test mode, but I can pay with my real credit card. So that's super cool. I even get a message right now, well, a text message, my verification code. I automatically got it over here. That's nice. But I can also fill in my credit card details. And if I take a look at here at the payment methods, I can also turn on other ways to pay. I can also uncheck this. I don't want to have this link. I can add Apple Pay. So if I save it and I refresh the page, I see Apple Pay and Google Pay. Also with the products over here. If I don't want this, let's customize it and say that I don't want to show this on the product page in the cart. I can change the theme to something light, outline, save the changes. So now on the product page, it's not shown, but if I go to the checkout, there's an option. I really like it. And by the way, if you want to clean this up a bit, go to the customizer, to the WooCommerce general checkout page. And then if you're not selling to companies, you can get rid of it, company name, make it hidden. I don't need to have a second street address line. So that's gone. Phone is required. I can also make it optional or hidden. And then the privacy policy page, select the privacy policy page, the terms and conditions, select the, let me see, terms and conditions. So now it will say over here, I have read and agreed to the terms and conditions. I have to check this in order to place my order. Awesome. Now I want to take a look at how you can enable PayPal payments on your website. In order to add PayPal as a payment method, I go to the backend, to plugins, add new or add plugin. I search for WooCommerce PayPal. From WooCommerce itself, install now, activate. Okay, I go to the account setup page, activate PayPal payments. It's for business. I sell physical products and virtual. No thanks, I just want to have PayPal. Continue. Connect to PayPal. Back to WooCommerce. Okay. I save it. Then I go back. And here at PayPal, I need to enable this. And now it's active. I go to the website, checkout, and then below credit card or above it, there's PayPal. And now over here, I can pay with PayPal after I agree to this. So very nice. And this is also live at once. So if you choose PayPal, you can pay with PayPal. And as soon as that is done, the products will be sent to the buyer and you get a notification that there is a new sale on your website. If I want to change the order, I go to the backend, to WooCommerce settings, payments, and I drag this one on top, go to the website, to the checkout, and now the credit card is first and then PayPal. And that's what I prefer. So we've created our first test order. Let me show you how to handle incoming orders, because if your website goes live and people are gonna make orders, what should you do with them? Let me tell you. And we're also gonna take a look at the emails that people get when they order something. We can make it look better. We can implement some of our branding in those emails. So let me show you how you can do that too. So when people buy something on our website, they get an email with the confirmation. Let's take a look at that. I go to the backend, to WooCommerce orders, and here I see the order. And by default, when the order is placed and the payment is received, it is processing. So if I get an email that says, thank you for your order, we received your order and it's now being processed. So this is a processing order. So it can be that it's a physical product, so you will send it to a UPS or something else. And when it is shipped, you can go to this order and then change the status from processing to completed. If it's canceled or refunded, you can select one of those. If I say completed and I update it, I get another email. Good things are heading your way. Hey Ferdy, we finished processing your order. Here's a reminder of what you ordered, but I think this text could be better. So how can we make this look better? Let me show you. I go to the website, then I go to settings, emails. And over here, I see all the emails I can send. A few are for me. This is what I will receive when an order is placed or canceled or failed. This is for the customer. So this is the processing email. So the email we just received when we purchased something, the information we see over here is exactly what we see over here. So your premium sofa for USA in Canada, Super Sofa order has been received. And that's exactly what it says over here. And then the site title order has been received. So if I want to overwrite this, I can do that. But first, let me go back, because below this area, we see an example over here. I see the color purple. If you want to change that, I go to the website, customizer, to colors. I grab this color, I copy it, and I paste it over here. So we maintain the style of our website. So now this is in the color of our website. What else can we do? If I scroll up a bit, I can upload my own logo for the emails. So let's go for this one. I can change the size. So let's say 120. I can align it in the center right now. Everything's at the left, so I can decide to leave it at the left. The font family and this information, the site title and the store address, that's what we will see here below. And I can adjust that by adjusting it over here. So this is how it looks so far. I can send a test email, save the changes. So if I want to change the processing order email, I can click over here and I can change this. So I can say your order at supa.com has been received. Thank you for your order. And then additional content, where can we find that? Well, also here below we can see that. Thanks again. If you need any help with your order, please contact us. So thanks again. If you need any help, please contact us. I can get rid of thanks again. And now it can be that I need to save this. Yeah, I need to save it. And now it will display the adjustments. Okay. Well, it can be that you want to change more. For instance, this over here. Hi, John. This just to let you know. So I can change this text, but then we need to go down, scroll down all the way, and I need to copy the file to the theme. That's what I will do. Now I'll take a look where it is. It is at Blocksy WooCommerce emails. So what I will do, I will go to Appearance, Theme, File, Editor. I understand. Then I go over here at the right to WooCommerce. emails, and then to this PHP file. And everything you see over here decides how, let me see, this email looks. So let me go back to the backend, to WooCommerce settings, emails. Then I go to processing order. Okay, over here. Just to let you know. So what I can do over here, I can search for just to let you know. So I can change this text, just to let you know we've received your order. So I can get rid of this. We received your order and it's now being processed. Okay, so here's a reminder of what you've ordered. I don't want this line, so I can get rid of it. This whole area, paragraph, here's a reminder of what you've ordered. Get rid of it. If I update this file and I refresh this, now it says, "Hi John, we received your order," and it's now being processed. Awesome. So now we can change this information here at the template. We can change this information and we can change this information. And that's what we did over here. And we placed this over here. We can change this name. I've not done it yet, so let me show you where. I go back, scroll down, from the from name. So I could say Ferdy from Supa Sofa. The from address. Okay. So now it says over here. Okay, let me save it first and then it will say Ferdy from Supa Sofa. So I can send a test email or I can order something. Let me order something. I go to products. I go for this one. Add to the cart. View the cart. I proceed to the checkout. I place the order. There you go. Now I get an email. Your order, the name is changed because this email account refers this email account to this name. So your order at Supa Sofa has been received. Thank you for your order. Hey Ferdy, received your order. And it's now being processed with all the information. And then when I go to my website, I see the order over here. I can click on it. And I change it to completed. Update. There you go. Good things are heading your way. If you want to change this, you know now how to do that. Go to settings, emails, and then it's completed. I can change this over here. Good things are heading your way. Or I can make a copy, then go to the appearance theme file editor, go to WooCommerce, email, and then to the completed order. And I can change the text. We finished processing your order. Here's a reminder of what you've ordered. So that's the way the cookie crumbles. So our website is up and running. We have products, different kind of products. We have shipping costs, we have taxes, we have payment methods. We can put our payment methods on the live mode so people can really buy things. We talked about how to handle incoming orders. You can ship the products to that customer and then change the order to complete it. So the whole process is automated. The only thing is you have to send those products unless you use digital products or services. Right now, I want to talk about something really exciting about increasing your revenue using an email marketing tool. And the great thing is with this email marketing tool, it shows you exactly how much money you make through WooCommerce and how much extra money is made through that email marketing tool. It's called Omnisend, and Omnisend is not only great for increasing the revenue of your website, it's also great if you want to build an email list, send campaigns, so send an email to your whole email list. I used to use ConvertKit, but I switched towards Omnisend. Why? They also have a really great integration method that's completely free. You just tell them where your current email marketing list is located, and they can do the migration for you. So let me show you how to get started with email marketing and then increase the revenue of your website. In order to get started with email marketing, we go to ferdy.com/Omnisend. Hit enter. If you already have an email list and you want to migrate towards Omnisend, go to Migration, click on Migration, then scroll down until you see Premium Migration Support. Click on Learn More, and then here you can start the migration. Then you need to fill in a form, and then Omnisend will complete your migration within 5 business days. And if you're getting started, click over here on Start Free. And then I can sign up with Shopify, Google, or with email. I prefer email. My business email, info@sofasupa.com. I create a password. My business is eCommerce. I agree with the terms. And if I want to, I can sign up for the Omnisend marketing newsletter. It's up to you. I turn it on. I click on sign up. You've got mail. So I need to go to my email account and confirm the email that is just sent. So over here, complete your registration. I click on verify email address. Okay, now I can fill in more details. My first name, my last name, my store name, and the website, sofasupa.com. Which platform are you currently using for my store? WooCommerce. And which software? Well, nothing. So I say none. Continue. Okay, I need to fill in some information about my business address. I go for the Netherlands. The time zone is Amsterdam. So I click on continue to Omnisend. And there we are. Sofa Supa. What I need to do now, I need to connect my Omnisend account with my website. How can I do that? I click over here, connect to WooCommerce. First thing, I need to download the Omnisend plugin. So I click over here. Then I download it. Okay, now I go to my website, to the backend, to plugins, add a plugin, upload a plugin, and then I select this one, Omnisend Connect. I drag it over here, install now, activate the plugin, and now I can click over here, connect your store to Omnisend. I can connect my account by clicking here. And now automatically I log in my brand new account. I need to approve of a few things. And that's necessary in order for Omnisend to work perfectly. I click on approve. And now Omnisend will grab the branding colors of my website. And if it's not the case, I can select a file over here. Upload from my computer, browse files. And I go for the logo.png, open, upload, and then I need to select it. Okay, there you go. Then I go to my website, to the customizer. Then I go to colors. I grab the first color, copy it. And the accent color is this one. The dark color is the second color. Copy it and paste it, and the light color can be white. The headings can be changed to something else. I go for Open Sans, and also this one, Open Sans. I can add social links if I want to. So if I would say Instagram, I can have my account over here, instagram.com/Ferdy.com, and then it will appear over here. I will not use this. If you want to, you can. I click on Save Brand Assets, and now it's more in the style of our website. Awesome, nice work. What's the best way for you to move forward? I want to explore everything myself because I will show you what you can do. I'll explore everything on my own. Awesome. For now, I'll click over here on I'll do this later. 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 I'll do this later because I will show you in this tutorial what you need to do. So it says now you've officially clicked everything there was to click. So what is next? Congratulations with your Omnisend account. Now let me show you how to create an opt-in form where people can get 10% discount or 15% depending on what you want. Let me show you exactly how you can configure that. When people enter our website, I want the discount to appear over here as a pop-up so people can fill in their name and email address for 10% discount. In order to create it using Omnisend, we go to Omnisend. I go to Forms. I can preview and launch a form, or I click on View Other Form Types. So I can scroll down. I can take a look at a style I like, and then I can adjust it. And what I like to do, I like to have a really simple one. This one, I can also find it over here on top. So it's up to you. Choose one and adjust it. I will choose this one. I click on use template. There you go. And it's already in the colors of my website. So get 10% off your first order. So what I can do, I can click on it. I like to make it a bit smaller. So how about 26? So it's in one line, and be the first to hear about our new product drops. If I want to change this, triple click or select an area and I can adjust it. Right now, people can leave their email address, but I would also like them to fill in their name to make it more personal. So when I send an email, it's like, hey, Ferdy. So here at input, I can direct it over here. And there's the first name. I remove the label. And when I click over here, I see I have, not here, but when I'm on the website and I click on a product, it has nice roundings. I want to have the same. So what I will do over here, I go to the button settings, primary button, and I change the corners to this one. So I maintain the style of the website. Also over here, I can go to field settings and change it to this one. So what we have over here is what I like. Enter your first name, enter your email, get 10% off. That's step one. If you want to, you can get people's phone numbers. So if you want that, you can leave it like this. I click over here and I remove it. When people fill this in and click on get 10% off, you can click on success. This is what they will get. Thanks for signing up. As a thank you, you'll receive a 10% discount in your inbox. And then if they are already subscribed, it says you are already subscribed. And over here, I see capitals over here also. So I will also make sure it's in capitals over here. So over here, I say you are already subscribed. Command A, bring it to the center. Now I can save it and close it. There it is. If I click over here, I can edit this. So I can rename it 10% discount, opt-in, pop-up, update. So since our store is connected with Omnisend, as soon as I enable this form, this will pop up. But first, let me walk you through the most important settings. I can say it's always available. I can say it should be available for a certain time if you want to. When should it be displayed? If you say nothing over here, it will be displayed at once. I can also say when people visit the third page, so they're really browsing on my website, then it will appear. Or what I prefer, when they're 3 seconds on my website. Or I can say, or when they are 3 seconds on my website, or when they scroll for 30%, or when they want to leave the website. If they leave the website, that's most of the time after 3 seconds. So I can say when they're on my website 10 seconds, or they've scrolled 30%, or they tend to leave the website by going here, then this will appear. Let's go back. I can say it should only be displayed on mobile or desktop. Well, I say all devices. By the way, everything is optimized for all devices. And the frequency. So if somebody clicks it away, when should it appear again? If they come back to my website a day later or every hour. So I prefer 1 day. I can go back. I can go to the theme settings. Right now it's a pop-up that will appear. I can change that to a fly out. So it will come from the right to the center. A landing page, that's an external page. Or embed it in the website. So I can grab a code and place it anywhere in my website. Well, I prefer pop-up. And by the way, if you want to see every single option over here, then you can go to ferdy.com. Search over here for Omnisend. Boost your WooCommerce sales with email marketing. This is a more in-depth tutorial, more than 2 hours long. And you can watch that one. Right now, I will walk you through the most important settings. So I click on save and close. I'm happy with this. And what I can do, I can click on it again. And now I can enable the form. And when I do that, it is live on our website. So what I will do, look at this. I refresh the page or I go to the home page. And if I scroll 30%, there it is. Get 10% of your first order. So people can fill in their first name, they can fill in their email address, and they can click on get 10% off. And that says thank you for signing up. As a thank you, you'll find a 10% discount in your inbox. Right now we're making use of the free version, and you can do a lot with the free version. The thing is, when you people opt in, they see Omnisend in the logo, they see a badge. If you want to go for the premium version, which will help you to send more emails, because you can send up to 500 emails per month with the free version. But if you're sending more emails per workflow and more people are added to the list, then those emails can go really fast to the 500. So let me show you how to upgrade. So the badge will be gone and you can send more emails per month. So if you want to get rid of the branding of Omnisend and want to send more emails per month, then you can click over here on upgrade with 30% off. I click on it. Right now we are on the current plan. We can send emails to our first 250 contacts, and for $11.20 per month, that's with 30% off. You can reach up to 500 contacts, and when you exceed that, automatically the plan will grow with you. There's no Omnisend branding. You can even send 60 free text messages. You get AI features, and there's 24/7 live support. I click on choose this plan. Here you see the discount. So I click on continue to billing information, and then I fill in my details. I click on save. I add my credit card details. I can also pay with Google Pay. I add the card and I click on continue. Confirm and pay. Congrats on upgrading to the standard plan. I click on continue. And now if I click over here, I can send 18,000 emails the next coming cycle of 3 months. And if I would go to forms, to our discount form, now you see the branding is gone. Let me close this. We can take it to the next level by creating automations. Let me show you how that works. So before I go to automation, I copy this name for the form, because if you're going to have a lot of forms and a lot of automations, it's nice to see which form is linked with which automation. So I go to automation and I like to explore all templates. So I click over here and there's a welcome flow with one welcome email. There's one with one welcome email and one text message. You have workflows for abandoned cart. So what I like to do, I scroll down and I search for the welcome workflow with 3 emails. I click on it, and then over here, I click on edit and I paste it, and then I call this one workflow. Let's leave the pop-up. Update. So what is happening over here? It can look overwhelming, but let me explain to you what everything means over here. First, people need to be triggered in order to be added to this list. So how will they be triggered? Well, the trigger is over here. When people subscribe with their email through a sign up form, which is a form, then they will be added. So over here it says subscribe to marketing, and the filter is their subscription is with email through a sign up form. If I want to be more specific, I can add a trigger filter and say the form is this one. So if people are triggered through another form, if I create a second one, they will not also be added to this list, but to a specific list. So I save it. So only people that subscribe to the 10% discount opt-in pop-up on the homepage will be added to this workflow. So when they are added over here, what should happen? Well, over here it says wait for 1 minute. I can click on it. And then here I can say wait for 10 minutes. So when people sign up after 10 minutes, the next thing will happen. Then they get the welcome email. Well, I don't want to let people wait for 10 minutes. So I get rid of this by clicking here, delete, yes. So when people are added to the workflow through the pop-up on the homepage or on any other page, this email will be sent at once. Let me save the workflow, save and close. I click on it again. It's still in draft, so it's not working. If I want it to work, I click on Start Workflow. So now when people sign in through this form, automatically they will get this email at once. And over here I see some statistics, really nice. I click over here and I can change the information, the subject line of this email. So I can say, here is your discount, and then make it personal by saying first name, insert. So here is your discount, Ferdy, exclamation mark. The pre-header, here's 10% of your first order to celebrate you joining us. The sender's name is Super Sofa. I can also say Ferdy from Super Sofa, Sofa Supa. When people reply our email, you can select that email address over here. Let me update it. I click on it again. And now over here, I can change this email. I can see the email and I can change it. It's in the style of our website. I click on edit content. Yes, save everything, and always select the upper option. Okay. Welcome aboard. I can make it personal by adding over here the first name. And if there's nothing, just leave it empty. Welcome on board, Ferdy. We're stoked that you've joined us. As a little thank you, we'd like to treat you a discount of your first order. So I can use this, or I can get rid of it by clicking here. And now I can add an element. I can go over here for unique discount. I can drag it over here. And now this discount will be personal for every single person that opts in. So for every single person that opts in, a discount coupon will be created that is only for the person that signed up. So it's very unique. The first thing I want to do, because I'm going to use this discount code multiple times in this workflow, also in other emails, I say reuse unique discount code in this workflow. So I check that, continue. And over here, we can say a few things. We can give card discount. We can give free shipping. I want to go for card discount. I already said in the opt-in, it's 10%. If you use something else, you can fill it in over here. I say 10. You can also go for a fixed amount. So you can say get $10 discount on your first order. I prefer to go with 10%. On all orders, you can exclude items. And over here, I want to take a look at the expiry date. It's set to 14. I can say 7 days. So this is valid, and then automatically it says until which date it is valid. Keep that in mind, until the 13th of March. The button, I like to change that. So I go to the button settings, change it to the rounded buttons. I go back, and then over here I can add an element, a text here below. I can say happy shopping. Kind regards, Ferdy. Over here, I don't use this, so I can get rid of this whole area, and this is all fine. So there's my logo, there's the text, the welcome, and there's the discount code. And if you click over here, where should you go? It says that at the button, go to the website sofasupa.com. What else can you do? You can play around with the colors, the padding. For me, this is fine. I click on finish editing. So now at once people will receive this email with a unique discount. Then wait for 1 day. Then there's the second email. There's 10% off discount waiting for you, and make it personal again. First name. There you go. Now I click on edit content. Then I need to save everything, finish the workflow. And now I get rid of this again. And I go to add elements and I go for this unique discount code. Don't take a look at this date, because let me go back or click over here again. If I go to expiry date, we have set it once already. We don't have to adjust this, because automatically this will be calculated the right way. So don't take a look at this date. This will all be perfectly fine. I will show you in a minute that we don't have to adjust this per email. We have to set it up once. I've done that. So right now I leave it for what it is. Again, I can end with happy shopping, kind regards, Ferdy. Also here, let's take a look at the button. Finish editing. Close it. Awesome. Now we have the second email that's created. So after 1 day, and then look at this, after 4 days. So over here, one more time, I edit the content. Of course, I should get rid of this in the second email. Get rid of this area, add element. I go for this one again. Button. Finish editing. Super powerful. What you also can do, if you want to, you can send text messages. If you get the phone number from people, you can add push notifications, so people will see it over here. You can have a delay. We use that. Then we can have tags for context, so we can say only when people have this certain tag, then this email will be sent. And then super powerful, split testing and A/B testing. This can increase your revenue big time. The great thing is you can always do split tests and always do A/B testings. What is it? You drag it over here. You drag one email over here. You duplicate it, the other one over here. And then you can change the content and then you can see which one is performing better. How many emails are open. So over here I can give it a different title. So I can say last chance and see if that's helping people to open more emails. If you want to know more about split testing and A/B testing, go to ferdy.com. Search for Omnisend. Click over here and then watch this tutorial. And if you go to the website itself or to YouTube itself, you can click over here and then you can go directly to A/B testing and split testing. So I bring this back on top, remove test, and everything is normal again. Let me publish the changes, finish the workflow. So now, ladies and gentlemen, when I go to the website, Supa, I fill in my name, George, with this email address. And I click on get 10% off. Thanks for signing up. I go to my Gmail account and it says, Ferdy from Sofa Supa, here's your discount, George. So it's personal. Welcome aboard, George. And here, discount is for me. I can copy. And here, this unique discount is for me. I can redeem the discount when I go to the store for this one. I add it to the cart. I view the cart. Look at this. Let me get rid of this one. If I paste this code, it's working. I get 10% off. And if I go to the backend, to WooCommerce coupons, and what I see, there's a unique coupon code created by Omnisend. You can use it one time for this specific person. And the expiry date is March the 13th, which is in 7 days. So this is working. When I use this, it will be used and it cannot be used again. So for every person that signs up on my email list, a personal discount code will be created. So that's how it works with automations. So if I go to my dashboard, to the overview, what I see that so far I made more than $1,000, not from Omnisend, so just by WooCommerce itself. Because the great thing is that Omnisend can track if sales are made through WooCommerce or through Omnisend. So now I have my discount code over here. I copy it. I redeem the discount. Then I go to products. I go for this product, add it to the cart, view the cart. I apply the coupon. There you go, 10% discount. I proceed to the checkout. So I fill in my details over here. I want to pay with a credit card, test mode, and I decide to read and agree with everything and place the order. Awesome. My order has been received. So if I go to Omnisend and I refresh this page, you see now I made $900 through Omnisend because people signed up, they got the 10%. I redeemed the coupon code, I placed my order. So now Omnisend sees that $900 is through automations from Omnisend. So over here I see automations. If I send a campaign that's sending an email to my whole email list, I can also see how many sales I got from that. So the total store revenue is $1,991 and $900 from that is through Omnisend. This is so cool. As soon as people opt in, we can do something else. We can go to automation, create a new workflow, and I can go to abandoned cart. That means if people are on my website, they go to products, they place something in their cart, but they do not buy it. After an hour, they get an email. So over here, let me see, trigger inactivity time, 1 hour. Let me change it to 1 minute so I can show you what will happen. I update it and I start the workflow. So when people put something in their cart, let's do this one, view the cart, and they do nothing for a minute, they get an email, which is this one. Items in your cart are selling out fast. And the great thing is you see which products are in the cart. So that's super cool. So after a minute, an email from Sofa Super, items in your cart are selling out fast. So I click on it. Now I also see the product which I can still buy. So that's also super powerful from Omnisend. Let me close this. Abandoned cart. So this is automatically activated as soon as people opt into my email list. Let me show you another workflow. I click on create a workflow. I search for confirmation. Here is the order confirmation. By default, you get one from WooCommerce, but this one looks better. You can adjust it, of course. Edit the content. I click over here to maintain the style, button settings, primary button, like that. So look at that. Okay, I click on finish editing, start the workflow. There you go. So now, if I go to the website and I buy something, I go to the checkout, fill in my details, I pay, I scroll down, I agree, and I place the order. I, as the webshop owner, still get this message from WooCommerce. So there it is. Thank you for your order. And this is how it looks. Really nice. So if you want to use this instead of WooCommerce, that's what you can do with the order confirmation workflow. So this is already super powerful. You have a workflow now. So when people opt in, they automatically get an email or a text message or a push notification. And then later on, they get more messages. We can do split testing, A/B testing, super powerful, but we can take it to the next level. Let me show you how that works. Besides automations, you also have segments. So if you go to audience segments, this is so powerful. I can create a segment. I create segments with AI. I can also take a look at all the pre-built segments. What I can say over here, if email subscribers are active, they should be placed into a certain segment. If it's people of birthday, they should be placed in a certain segment. People that have not opened or answered any email or did not buy anything in the latest months or weeks or in the last 20 emails, they become inactive subscribers. Those can be placed in a segment. People from Europe can be placed in a segment. Recent buyers, high value subscribers. So subscribers that are really active. They open a lot of emails, they buy things. And when people are entered into a segment, look at this. You can go back. You can go to automation, create a new workflow, create one from scratch. And then over here, I can say segment. They entered a segment. And the segment is, I don't have any segment yet, but the segment is high value subscriber. They can be placed into this workflow. And then as soon as people become a high value subscriber, let's say they buy for more than $1,000 in your store, I can have a delay of a few days. So let's say for 10 days, and after 10 days, they get an email. Hey Ferdy, because you bought for more than $1,000 on our website, here is 15% extra discount only available for the next 3 days, especially for you. Or if people are not active on your list, you can select a segment, inactive subscriber, and then send an email. Hey Ferdy, we have missed you. We want to give you something. We give you 50% discount for the next 2 days. And those segments and those automation workflows can help you to make so much more sales because everything is on automatic pilot. If you want to learn more about that, you can go to ferdy.com, search for Omnisend, go for this tutorial. Do it on a website and then over here, we'll talk about segments. Super powerful. So that's it about email marketing. Now let's talk about how we can adjust the content of our website. In order to change the content of our website, I edit this page, the homepage. So let me show you how it works. You click somewhere, triple click, long sleeve sweater, and you can change it. You can click over here, triple click, change the content. Over here, I click on this button. First, I want to change the look and feel. So here at style, I can change how this is displayed. So if I hover over it, it becomes darker. I can also say, make it scale. Then I want to go to the button borders and shadows. And at the border or the border radius, I say, make it increase like this. Then I go to details and I'm still at the same place over here. Increase I click here, I scroll up here at style link. I say long, and then automatically it finds a product or a page or anything, blog post with long in it. So a long sleeve sweater, that's the product I want to focus on or I want to refer people to. Also over here, long sleeve. Some people prefer to click here. Some people prefer to click here. Then I click on this image, select image, and I change it to this one. There you go. I change the price to $90.99. And if it's too big, over here at typography, I can decrease the size. Awesome, I can click over here and do it with a second product. So change the information. I scroll down. If I want to change something over here, triple click, I can change the text. I can change the text. I can click over here and then change the icon to something else. I can also search for an icon. Let's scroll down. If I want to change this image, I click over here, select the image and choose something else. Click over here to change this text. New arrivals that's automatically fetched from WooCommerce. If I want to change this background image, click over here, go to style, background. I can change the background. So if I would say this one, there you go. Then I can click over here at the style, typography. I can scroll down, change the text color to white. Also here, change the text to white. Click over here. Increase the radius. That's how it works. Change this image to another product. I can select the lamp. Okay, there you go. Let me open this in a new tab. Go to products, search for the lamp, copy the text, triple click, paste it. I can change the price. It's $25. So I change this to 25. I can adjust this review and it's a matter of clicking and adjusting all the information that you see here at the right. Latest news, we can talk about blog posts. If you want to learn how to create blog posts, go to ferdy.com. Search for blog. Scroll down. How to write a converting blog post. Click over here, watch this tutorial. So that's how we can change content of our website. You can go to a different page, edit the page, triple click on content, change it, change the background, go to the style, background. I can change the color to this one. Over here I can change everything, change images, click over here, increase the radius. That's how easy it is. And in that way you can adjust your website. If you want to add new areas, you can do that. So if I want to have a new area over here, I can click. I can add something after it. It can be a paragraph, but it can be anything else. If I say /, I can choose something. If you want to learn more about that, go to YouTube and then search for WordPress editor tutorial. Then you can learn how to build using the WordPress editor. When I go for the tablet, look at this. That looks weird. So in order to fix that, I go over here to the header. And over here, I select tablet/mobile. I can also do that over here. And then over here, if I click on it, this is how it is displayed. Here we can adjust everything. So I go to design. I want the background to be light. Then I want to change the logo to this one. It will change eventually. I go to the menu, select our main menu, go to design, make the text dark. When people hover over it, orange, like that. You can change the font, you can do anything. Over here you can add your location. So I go to HTML, design, make the text dark. I when you hover over it. Orange. Awesome. So if I go to the mobile, it looks like this. There's the X. Let's take a look at that. I click over here on the off canvas area. I go to design. I scroll down. The icon should be dark. So you can click on the X with a beautiful animation. Publish it. Now your website is also fully optimized for all devices. So we're coming to a close of this tutorial. Thank you for watching up until this point. I want to really thank you for that. And if you like this video, please like it. Feel free to follow me for more upcoming tutorials. Subscribe. And now let me show you a few tutorials, a few follow-up tutorials you could follow in order to make your website even better. So in order to be found better in the search results, we go to ferdy.com, search over here for SureRank, complete SureRank tutorial, how to be found better.
Do you want your work
in the search results of Google? If you want to learn more about affiliate marketing, search over here for affiliate marketing. That's promoting other people's products. I have made a lot of money with this. And this is only, by the way, $411,000 with advertisements like these and on YouTube advertisements. You can watch this video. And if you want to learn more about email marketing, I already covered a lot, but if you want to learn more about that, Omnisend. And then you can learn step by step how to create an email list and increase your sales. So those are the 3 tutorials I highly recommend. Well, to be honest, highly recommend is optimizing your website for the search results. So using SureRank, and the other one is learning more about email marketing tool. And if you want to start with affiliate marketing, then I suggest that tutorial. But just for your WooCommerce website, I would suggest to learn more about email marketing and about SureRank. So ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope it was really helpful. Feel free to like the video, subscribe for more upcoming tutorials, leave a question or a comment if you have any question. I do my best to answer those. And then I wish you an amazing day and good luck with your business. God bless you and bye-bye.